Hey everybody, well, welcome back to Life the Wild Ride. I have to admit, having kind of a gloomy day today, but Tracy and I are both trying to get some stuff done on the bus. She actually is sanding the countertop yet again, because there's still a little orange peel to the finish, so we're really trying to get it nice and smooth, you know. If you're going to do it, we're not in any hurry. We're taking our time, building this thing as best we can with the knowledge that we have. So, just going to do it again and put another layer on. There'll be several layers on this, and it's already looking nice once it's finished. So it's going to look really nice once we finally get it finished the way we want. And what I'm working on today is the skylight. I finished cutting out the opening because I just did a rough cutout originally. You've probably been looking at that now for the past month or whatever. Oh, that was loud. A few months. So I took the time to get the measurements and cut it out. And, you know, there's no rule on how to do this, so you're just kind of doing it the best you can on your situation. I mean, you got a curved ceiling, you got curved sides to this, and I want to get it all finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some boards in behind. Whoa, the countertop slid on me. Boards in behind. And I'm gonna glue them and fasten them down so it flattens this all out. So this will be a flat surface here. So I'll eliminate the curve of the ceiling. It's such a slight curve that I can take it out of it in this area and not have a problem. And then that'll give me something to nail to here to put a finished trim board here. And again, I haven't really ironed all this exactly how I'm going to do it yet, because we're also going to be replacing this skylight with a clear one. So it's going to have to be something I can take apart to eventually replace that. So, but anyway, essentially there'll be a finished board going. This is not it, but there'll be something going here. So I don't even fit to finish off this opening, and then there'll be trim board here, and it'll overlap that other one that's coming down. So you'll have a finished surface here for your ceiling. And this is tiger maple here, so this will be clear coated. It'll look nice. It'll look a lot like, well, I can't really tell right now because it's been sanded again, but it'll be this stuff on the edge here. So that's kind of what I'm working on. So I got these all four cut here. I just got to get them up in place and get them glued in, nailed in. So it'll be all the way around like this. Hopefully. I measured right. Something like that. And then the last one on this side. This one goes down in there like that. I'm doing it one-handed, so bear with me. So there. And then once I, clamp this side down here, I'll go over and clamp this side down, which will straighten this all out. And so then I'll have something all the way around to, start doing the finish work too. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. I will show you more as the progress comes along. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get today, because as I said, it's a gloomy weather, but it actually feels good because it's been like 90 to 100 the past few days. It's cloudy today, but I don't know, for some reason I'm just overwhelmed with the workload and not the bus. As you guys know, it's my mom, we're downsizing, there's just a lot going on, and today I'm having one of those gloomy days, but I'm trying to stay positive and trying to get something done, so hopefully that will happen. Alright, stick around, I'll come back in a little bit later when we get a little bit more done. Alright, so I've made a little more progress with this. I got these two edge ones up here, and what I did is I used self-tapping screws. I clamped the board up, as you can see right here, clamped it up tight against this rail, bus rail, and then ran the self-tapping screws up in. I can remove these now because I got the fan setting on. I was doing it to get some of the dust out of here. And that way, this is up, tight up against here, and we'll clamp this here tight on both sides. And I'll just use regular screws in here because that one's too far back. But now the ceiling is supported by the two sides. That's definitely not going to go anywhere. And you can see now, if you've seen earlier videos, now this looks like it's finally straightened out. Once we get those clamped and screwed together, then I can work on the face that's going to go here. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for these curves. Like I said, it might be something temporary because we're going to be replacing this skylight. So I'll see what I come up with. But yeah, I put the fan in because Tracy's doing some more sanding on this countertop. I think that's the last of sanding. It just needs another coat of finish, and we're going to call it good. How do you feel about how it's coming?
Looks nice.
You don't like it?
Oh.
How do you feel about the fact that another whole one to do over here once I build it?
Arms, my wrists hurt.
Well, that'll probably be a few months anyways. So I think I'm going to start finishing up projects before I start that one. These little ones. Wintertime we'll build all the doors so we can do all that inside. Anyways, just cleaning off the dust. Once it dries, we'll end up getting another coat. And hopefully that's the last and final coat. Alright, so I'm still working on this vent here. But I got the these boards are all in now in behind. And what I'm doing now is just kind of closing in this area here. And again, this is going to be temporary, so I can replace this I can replace this when I replace this top. So I didn't want to fight with these corners too much and get too much in detail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these up like this. And then there'll be one on the other side. And then I'm just going to cut two more that'll fit here going along this side. And then we'll put our trim board on the bottom here to cover up this edge of this plywood. And then this will be kind of a finished edge. And depending on what our new skylight is, if it's got rounded corners or square corners, we can remove this and do something a little bit different. And I actually have an idea to fill these corners too, temporarily, in case it's a while before we change this thing out. But this one I'm going to put up next. I'm just going to put this up with some brad nails, so it will be removable if and when we change this over. So let's get these in position. I got to cut the two shorter ones and see what that looks like. Alright everybody, hopefully we're finally putting the last coat, or when I say we, I mean Tracy. This is the backsplash, so she sanded this all up and I was going to put a coat on that. And we're going to apply it a little bit differently. Instead of the roller, she's going to use this brush mechanism. Now,
You can't push.
and see how this works. I can hold it.
Thanks.
Hoping it doesn't leave lines, and it gives us a nice smooth finish. Why are you shaking your head now?
Doesn't look great. Why are you holding it?
Well, I was trying to hold it one way, get it spread out, and then run the thing all the way up one, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Shut
Maybe
it off, please.
gotta fix that. Why? Why? Because you want to say something? She's telling me to shut the camera off. Well, we're not happy with the way it looks, and I can tell she wants to say something. I think she wants to swear. It might be alright once it dries. I mean, the roller left marks behind. But here's what you can do. Go ahead and do it. If it don't look right, you can sand it and do it again.
You sand it next time. How many times I've sanded it?
A few.
I like the way it leaves the line.
Alright, so she's not happy with it using the pad on this here. So we're going to go ahead and do a no-no. Or we didn't use back on the can because we don't have a roller. We used all our rollers up. So we're just going to pour that back, and when we get to the store to buy a roller, then we'll finally put the final coat on this. Anyway, well, that's where we're at for the moment. I did make some more progress on the skylight here. I got all the boards in the middle there, and I got one trim piece up here temporarily.